If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too. Ladies and gentlemen, over a century later, and still providing some sort of translation of the transition known as adolescence, are the words of Rudyard Kipling in arguably his most famous poem, If. He tells us to dream, but not make dreams our master, to think, but not make thoughts our aim, and that when we meet with triumph and disaster, we may treat those two impostors just the same. Adolescence is a time in our lives when we must leave behind our childish ways and embrace adulthood, its responsibilities, its hardships, and its difficulties. But we must also embrace what life we can create in this new epoch of our lives, and know that, through adolescence, we can become the individual who we will remain as for the rest of our lives. We have effectively become who we were born to be. Kipling's wise words of what changes from children into adults still echo through society to this day. However, it is not solely the transition of the teenage years of our lives that matter. It is the journey itself. And it is on this journey that our personality and identity will be defined for the years to come. Whilst latent in our early years, dormant and waiting to flourish, it is during our teenage years that our own personal views and opinions are strongly expressed, and what is more, they develop. This is a core element of individualism. We will no longer sit back and let someone do thinking for us. We must no longer abide to the old lie, we will give you opinions because you don't need them. No, it is now our turn to express our own views, be it on any subject with regards to any aspect of morality. And while some conservative adults may shudder and think, Christ, they have minds now, I believe that this is truly a new beginning and something wonderful. For the first time, we are able to speak our minds in a distinguished manner. This pro does not come without cons, however. Adolescence is a time wrought with hormones and pressure, and these can lead us to rash and often harsh opinions, conjured from ill-meaning sources. We are not yet as in control of our emotions as we think we are, and in this savage storm of sentiment can cloud our judgment as well as sincerely damage our mental health. So too can it make its simplest obstacles seem torturous and impossible to overcome. Everything is blown out of proportion when hormones come to play. Every little thing is exaggerated, and when something emotionally strikes us, it hits us hard. They're turning off my PlayStation. They're asking me to study. Oh God, life is so unfair. My parents don't really love me. Nobody understands me. I hate you all. Even if the general parental stereotype of teenagers is slightly more dramatic than it really is, there is still some truth in it. As the great Motown singer once said, we are all sensitive people. And nowhere is this more true than in our teenage years. This setback in our perception of life, that the entire world is against us, is something that we can overcome in time. The pressure also preys on our fears as well, making even the smallest task seem like an impossible feat. But with strength comes the ability to confront these fears. Young Ranmaru Mori was still a teenager when he started the path to becoming a samurai in the 16th century. However, it was him who said, "When we stare into the visage of oblivion and find the strength to overcome our emotions, that is what makes us human." The controlling of our emotions, the confidence in our opinions, and formation of our own identity are key to the development of our own personality. We want to try everything in order to see what suits us, and such phases can vary into the realms of the utterly bizarre. Very few parents want to wake up to find their once adorable son has now become a slightly feminine, dark-haired, fringe, shaggy figure who wears tight gym jeans and eyeliner and My Chemical Romance hoodies. Yet, while adolescence is a time for developing and experimenting, it is also a time for maturing and learning from experience. Responsibilities, compassion, wisdom, and sensibility. It is this development of the soul that makes us who we are. The teenage years are long and difficult, and often painful. Adolescence is a period wrought with sorrow, and tenderness, and agony. The sad truth is, it's tough to be a teenager. We are assaulted with dramatic social and physical changes. We are bombarded with unfair expectations and outside pressures. We are dumbfounded when we face the development of our personality. At times, this transition appears impossible. However, as an aforementioned wise man once said, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. Yours is the earth and everything upon it. And which is more, you will be a man, my son. Thank you very much.